Broadcasting live from the Business Radio X studios in Pensacola, Florida, it's time for Pensacola Business Radio. Now, here are your Business Radio X hosts.
That you think you have is a game, and it's not real.
I haven't had a date in 16 years.
Oh, wow. You think who you are is this linear story, like I'm someone who's stuck in this situation, or I'm someone who has this job I don't like, or I'm someone who makes $40,000 a year, and your mind goes, okay, that's my story. I'm in this problem, I'm stuck, I'm in debt. Well, if that story goes away, then you go away because you've attached an I to the story. So if it dies, then I die.
So here we are.
Very cool.
Again.
Yep.
Talking about Kyle Cease. I just wish you'd get here already.
I know. I got to work on, when I get back to work Monday, I've got to work on getting him to
so we can talk to him.
Yeah. That'll be very cool. I'm very fortunate. Today's guest, God just put her in my path yesterday, and it was good for a couple of different things. It was good because she's a great person. It's good for Culinary Fight Club. It's good for Kyle Cease because she's a speaker and a trainer. This is Jasmine French. She is owner and creator of Avani Jacob Restaurant Culture Consultants. And welcome, Jasmine.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Tell us about your story. I want to hear about this. This is pretty cool.
You know what? One of the
Start
best jobs.
at the beginning.
At the very beginning. The orange beginning. This is the part he really wants to hear. My Hooter girl pass.
Throw me right under that bus.
Let's just go ahead and put it on the table, tell it like it is. But honestly, yeah, I still bleed orange. I'll just be honest and say that. I started as a Hooters girl in Montgomery, Alabama, and I absolutely loved it. The restaurant bug bit me long before that, but
it's a disease.
It is. It's addictive. I don't know why, and it's so hard. So it's built for special people like me. But I had a really great time working there. I met some of the best people, and I came on back down to Pensacola, and I've worked at the Hooters at Pensacola Beach as well. And I was a Hooters girl there, and they gave me the opportunity to step into the management world. My area supervisor asked me, and I, politely and quickly told him, heck no, I will not be a manager. I'm making good money as a server and a bartender, and all your managers quit. There's something wrong with that job.
Oh, wow.
So I told him no, and of course,
you got bribed, didn't you?
No, they didn't bribe me. That would have been nice, though. If you're listening, this is how you get managers to sign up. But I thought about it, and I had to honestly, like, pray on the idea of me basically, like, selling my soul, because that's kind of what you do if you're a restaurant manager. You are married to that business, or you're married to that building. And I knew that I wasn't ready for that, but something told me to go ahead and update my resume and send it in. And sure enough, I got an interview, and they hired me on for my first restaurant manager position that I've ever held. And I managed a Hooters location here in Pensacola on Bayou Boulevard.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's gone now.
But it's a nice place there in its place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
What is there in this place?
ABC.
Oh,
ABC
yeah.
Liquor Store.
Yeah.
Have you been in there?
Not yet.
Oh, my gosh.
Not yet. I heard it's huge, though.
It's like
And stocked.
it's like a liquor,
Paradise?
alcohol,
Playground?
Paradise.
amusement park.
Theme. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it really is. And you can't beat their prices. But back to your story,
That's
sorry.
really cool. I like that story, too. But I learned a lot in that building. And honestly, when I got hired, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? In 1 year, I'm going to be a general manager. And sure enough, probably within the first 90 days to 4 months, I was just like, holy crap, what have I done? And
It's a culture shock, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot. And not so much, you guys, as like running the business, but managing people and trying to get them to be on your team instead of working against you with things that needed to be done for the business, dealing with customers that, may not have been that happy, and how you have to use problem solving constantly. It was very, very tough.
And babysitting.
I don't like to call it babysitting.
It's glorified
but
babysitting.
Yeah, a lot of people.
When people don't show up for work, you look in the newspaper to see who got arrested. Same in my world with stagehands, you know.
But now we Google it. Like, we can look it up. And even with applicants, like, I go on your Facebook page and I see, you know, are you a party animal? Are you going to be late? I can kind of tell in the beginning.
Yeah, you're not working Sunday brunch.
Right. Your off days are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll see you Monday.
Yeah.
But it really taught me a lot. We had a lot of struggles, a lot of challenges with different things in that building. But I love every one of those moments because they really, really groomed me as a leader and as a manager.
So cool. I'm so glad you said this. So I also have 25 years of chef experience. And I can tell you that everything I learned about running a business, I learned in the kitchen. And that's the truth.
It's a hard knock life, I can imagine. I've never...
If you can make it through there, you can make it through just about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a competitive cook.
Well, that's got something to say about it, too.
I know. I love it. I mean, we're special people. I mean, I consider myself a restaurant person. Sure. You know, I got a food blog. But it was interesting what you said about, you know, we talked earlier about managers and leaders. You know, you can be a manager, but it's better to be a leader. You know, you know, you manage by leading people. And Keith and I talked about a former employee of mine. You know, he hated me because the person that mentored him hated me too. Yeah. And, you know, just through positive words and encouragement and go home, man, your family needs you. And now, you know, he's like, when are you coming back? You know, I just said former, now fans. I know. Whoops. Wasn't former. Sorry. He knows who he is now. But yeah, I mean, that's just how you treat people, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Raving fans is what they call it, I think.
Well, let's...
Can we go to the second one?
Yeah, let's go to the second clip.
If you think who you are is the shell. Right? So if you stayed small, then you get a lot of love from your parents, right?
I just had to shut up.
You had to shut up.
Yeah.
So I better shut up to not get hurt because the only type of love my body understands is staying small because I get hurt if I speak out.
So we started talking and I introduced Jasmine. The person that we're listening to, his name is Kyle Cease, and he's a transformational speaker that I'm bringing to the Sanger Theater on Monday, March 25th. It's going to be at 6 o'clock. We are going to do like a pep rally, free pep rally leading up with some speakers. Emily Elmore will be one of them. She is a former C-130 female pilot. That had to be medically discharged due to a tragic injury. She had a leg injury and has a prosthesis now. And Brian LeBlanc, who is the international spokesperson for Alzheimer's Association, not the Autism
Who's also going to be doing some voiceover work.
Yay!
Which will be kind of cool.
And maybe Miss
like,
Jasmine
anytime.
French. I don't know.
That is.
She's got some good stuff. Jasmine, tell us a little bit about your business.
Okay, so my business is designed, honestly, it began to encourage people who owned restaurants to kind of just hang in there. So I was down south. I lived in a...
Does that really work?
Hard,
just hang in there. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Good luck. No. I was in West Palm Beach, so I did recently relocate back home to the Gulf Coast to Pensacola. And in West Palm, I work for Hurricane Grill. It used to be a franchise here, actually. So I worked for their corporate end. And after just 4 weeks, they were like, hey, we're bringing in one of the owners, and we want you to train him. I'm like, okay, sure. And this man who was a multimillionaire had no clue whatsoever what he was getting into or, you know, what it all entailed.
I cook good at home. Let's open a restaurant.
Yeah. And, you know, and it is what it is. And it happens all over. And some people make it, very, very few, and most don't. So I try to encourage him along the way and educate him as well on leadership skills, how to prepare for health inspections, and so much more. And that's when I realized, you know what, I can do this on my own. So, you know, my business offers many services. It ranges from marketing all the way until preparing you for health inspectors, you know, because they don't call and say, hey, we're on the way. They just show up. So to give you and your team the confidence and the knowledge that you need. So when they come, it's like, hey, how are you? Yep, come right on back. I also certify food handlers. So, you know, employees have 60 days. Past the 60 days, you're in violation. So I help people go ahead and get the ball rolling with that. I also help in vendor selection. So if somebody's opening up a brand new restaurant, or they're even looking to switch a distributor, or looking to get anything done, like even putting an ATM in the building, like I have vendors for all of that.
So, and that's huge, because that's a lot of work that goes into it, and people don't really realize it, but you comparing prices and lists and salespeople and credit apps and all that other stuff. And when you're opening a restaurant, you have 9,000 other things to be doing.
Absolutely.
Well, and it's nice to have somebody that has relationships that you can trust.
Absolutely.
I mean, I immediately trusted her when I met her.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, and you go to one person instead of 10 people, right?
Exactly. And I try to be a one-stop shop for everything, you know, and not that I know everything in the world about restaurants, but I know a lot, and I butt my head against the wall, and I've struggled sometimes, and I don't want people to struggle. Now that I know how to avoid the fire, I try to teach them the ways of doing that, so they don't have to suffer like I did.
There's too many people that open at restaurants that don't know what they're doing.
The rate
I can think of a couple that you and I both know.
I can think of a lot in my times, because a lot of my career prior to getting into the healthcare side of chefing was doing contract stuff like that, where you go and help somebody open the Pat O'Brien's and Commander's Palace down in Destin, and the big Grand, which was just a fiasco. But the amount of hair pulling and things that you have to go through is just, it's amazing that the restaurants that do make it. There's too many variables and so many moving parts. So,
yes. And the market is so big, and in Florida, it's the number one industry, the hospitality industry.
And everybody's a critic.
Everybody's the critic, and you know, but you have to take care of your guests when they come in. I preach that: be consistent, be good at what you do. I don't care if it's one burger. You know, I tell the story of Blue Dot, and how I've seen a line out his door
Every day.
And the men
Every day. Oh, your office is over there too, isn't it? Yeah, so you get to smell that every morning, man. I hated that when I was over there.
Hey, Jasmine, are they sold out?
And by the time I get done, he was sold out, right? Because he's like, when I'm done, I'm done. And so some days it was 11 o'clock, some days it was 1:30, and some days.
What a great thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I tell people, you know, his story from my perspective, and I'm like, he does a burger, and it's no customer service even roped into it. He'll even skip over you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't get
if you
your
don't
burger
order, and if you don't order
customized.
right, you wait at the back of the line until you figure it out. So,
But he's consistent.
He is.
And that's what's important.
And the product tastes great.
Yeah. We
Just the
ate
sauce.
it. We ate at Freddy's. Have you ever had Freddy's frozen custard?
what, down in Navarre?
Oh, I don't. There's not one near here.
Okay,
We saw it on the way back, and we're like, what? And it reminds me of a Blue Dot burger. Just delicious.
There's a place like that in St. Louis called Ted Drew's, and I think they were the actual originators of the concrete, where they would hold it upside down, you know, like Dairy Queen does.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Blizzard, right?
Yeah.
So it's custard. It's all real egg custard, and it's so good that people freeze whatever the dry ice and ship it across the nation.
Wow.
That's how
Freddy's is really good too.
It's still an old shack.
We were so full. We were like, no.
Yeah, it's like it has to be a meal in itself, right?
Yeah. So we were going to take some, but oh well. Back to Kyle C.
Yeah. So how does all this tie in?
So he's coming in, as I said, the 25th. Tickets are as low as $29. He is very interactive with the audience. The people that you hear him talking to are actual audience members. So we'll have mics, you know, in different areas of the theater. If you want to be up close and lean in, the tickets are $99. Students and military can go for $19. I feel really important that, that we feed into those people, the people that are protecting us and students, imagine having this kind of training in high school or even middle school, I mean, if you are a salesperson, if you're a business owner, if you are, a server, because he talks about relationships and that's what, being a server is all about.
Absolutely.
If you are in a marriage or a relationship that needs healing, this is something that you really need to be at. You can get tickets at the Sanger Theater box office, which is the best place to get them because you don't have to pay the Ticketmaster service charges. And that's exactly what they are. They're a convenience fee because you don't have to go downtown and look for parking.
Yeah.
I mean, look for parking downtown. It's maddening. It's crazy.
It's getting better.
Well,
is it?
You think?
Well, I walk everywhere now, so yeah, it's getting great.
Yeah,
they're making you pay a lot.
I know.
Now
I know.
They've
$6.
a lot.
Well,
A friend of mine, they charged her $100 an hour. We had a meeting. She got charged $300. If she hears this, she's gonna be like, "Why'd you remind me?" But it tells you like for the premium parking, and it tells you like very finally it's gonna charge you $100.
Was it in the Studer building?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
behind, like World of Beer.
Yes.
It was, yes.
Yeah, don't
so
ever
they
park
got
in
her,
there.
And they, she had to go through like 50
So you got to read the fine print, huh?
Money back, and I think they did refund the money, but it didn't. Nobody ever gives you your money back.
Oh yeah, it's 10 days or whatever. Yeah.
The one next to Seville I parked at, I put 2 hours in. They gave me a ticket because it's 24-hour parking, and I'm like, you're not going to do that to me because you didn't publicize this.
Right.
Wow.
So
yeah, because it used to be what, after 7?
After 8.
After 8 you could park. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's all day long.
They changed it. Yep, it's crazy. Not all of them are 24 hours. You just got to
read the fine print.
Yeah, you do. I mean, and it's not fine though. It's pretty big, but
or you could just park somewhere else and walk.
It's pretty cool. They know my car though. Normally, if I'm near the theater, they won't give me a ticket because I do.
Right.
If I don't get outside,
You're there
I
every
do
day.
pay
I would think
Yeah, I do pay parking. When I don't have it at the
They
theater.
should just give you something like if you work downtown like that, like a thing.
Yeah, sometimes I'll put my card in the
Maybe
window.
Kyle can solve it for us.
And that's what's so cool about Kyle. I think Pensacola is on the verge of becoming, my husband said we're the number 5 beach destination on TripAdvisor.
Yeah, we're on one hand.
Is that crazy? I mean, really? Do we need any more tourists in Pensacola?
Yeah, can't hurt.
I'm glad we have access to the base because we can go to the beach on the base, and it's right across from Fort Pickens, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, you get the ferries now too, so you can take those across.
I'm not going to say anything about those ferries.
Why are you used to bigger ones? You used to real ferries? Where you get caught in?
No. It's just.
You ever taken a real? You ever like Seattle or whatever? You've been on a real ferry where you drive the cars on?
Oh, I think we did
cool.
in Panama.
Seen it, only in the movies. Unfortunately.
You got to get out more.
And so I think that we're going to be the next big we already are. I mean, we're top 5 beach on TripAdvisor, which is amazing.
Yeah, but we're growing beyond that. I think is what you're trying to say.
We
So
are.
we're not just tourism anymore. We're tech. We're entrepreneurship.
ST engineering over at the airport. That I kept calling it VTME. I was wrong. That's out in Milton, but that's helping. Navy Federal's helping. I mean, there's so much new business. I was downtown the other day, and there's new storefront going up on Government. West of Palafox.
Okay.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, storefront and residential.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So there's a lot more restaurants too. So you should
There
be
are.
like getting.
And that is a service that I offer, startup.
Yeah.
And just even after you have all the capital, you know where you're going to go, you kind of know the concept. I help with everything past that or that exactly. So
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's a lot of moving parts, but once it all pulls together and you can manage your team and manage the money, and run the business properly, like it can be rewarding.
You know who needs this?
Who?
Our bacon friend.
Oh, Billy.
No, I didn't want to say
Billy
it out loud.
Oh, wow. That's Billy's bacon is awesome.
Yeah. I was talking to
Free plug, Billy.
Kevin about it at the butcher shop yesterday, and I'm like, people won't buy his bacon. I'm like, he needs to come over here and demo it. Once you taste it, you will never go back. You will pay that
it's a pretty thick slab of
$15 a
bacon.
pound.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
You will pay
It's
$15 a
good.
pound for it.
Because they serenade it and they rub it down. So it's like Wagyu kind of. So they
like Happy
sing to it. Yeah.
Wow.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
They literally sing.
Yeah, it's the whatever, I guess pig farm, I guess is what you call them, is behind the I can't remember the name of the
It's a
club.
restaurant. It's got a
it
river
has
name or something.
Stage and musicians every night and stuff.
Very
So yeah,
cool.
they're serenaded all the time.
It's kind
the
of
pigs love it.
You ever been to the shed?
No.
It kind of reminds
You
me
really
of the
do need
shed,
to get
and
out
I'm like,
more.
Girl,
We gotta go.
You guys,
See, this is what happens when you work in the restaurant industry, though. You provide you provide everybody's party so that when it's time to like go do something, you can't go because it's everybody else's party.
Yep.
So
Yes. I've been working on a lot of things, I want to be staffed as a keynote speaker. I'm finishing up my book, literally
I got
putting
something
the last,
I'm gonna send to
the
you.
last touches on it.
There's one in
what's
Mexico.
the book about?
Okay. My book is called My Restaurant is on Fire, and it's tips on how to prevent your restaurant culture from going up in flames.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, that is cool.
So, yeah, and it has an interactive journal in there. So, I ask questions to the owners or the managers that are reading the book and basically make them answer them, honestly, and then how they're going to work on them. They might have to, design an action plan to fix the things that are broken.
Yeah. So do you think when you go to look for restaurants or new places to eat, do you look for the culture and the theme first, or do you look for the food first?
I'm looking for what's close. No.
What's open at 2 a.m.?
Who can feed me the fastest? You win. I look for the food, because I'm very open-minded, so I'll eat Thai and whatever, sushi.
Me too.
But I probably look for the food, and I eat alone a lot more than I eat with other people. But when you eat with more people, it kind of becomes a group effort to decide. But of course, location and how clean a place can even look from the outside. So a lot of people forget the outside of their building. But when I do inspections, when I do have accounts, I start on the exterior of the building.
It's ruined for you. I've dissected the place all before I even get to the hostess.
I know one that needs you bad. I'm not gonna say his name. No, I am not gonna say his name out of respect for a chef.
Okay,
but
now I do have.
It is on Palafox, and that's all I'm going to say.
That Palafox,
and it's not part of the Great Southern Restaurant Group.
Okay,
and it's not part of
they do a great
10
job,
Cow
they do
Group. So we're nailing it down.
Left.
I know. All right, I saw him at intermission on my birthday, and I'm like, I don't care for your atmosphere of your restaurant. And he said, he said, I don't give a F what you think about my restaurant.
Oh, hey,
And I'm like, you just told the wrong person that.
That's a chef, though.
Well, you know what? And that's how he feels.
Ego. Yeah.
He's telling you the way he truly feels.
I know.
Yeah.
And he's going to stick to that because he is who he is. And if he's a chef, he's definitely setting his ways.
It's ego.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And if he's an older chef,
he's not.
Yeah, we did not support all of the statements.
No. I mean, people need to know how chefs feel about their opinions.
I think more importantly, those people need to understand that it's not your opinion that matters; it's your customers.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Honestly, if you feel out of place, then you're not going to go there and spend your money. So,
what's the worst? Word of mouth. I mean, word of mouth is the worst way to spread.
And free marketing.
Yeah,
it works.
Sounds like he might need to hang out with Kyle for a little while. Maybe he can work. Through some of that
I'm
ego.
not. He's gonna buy tickets. I ain't doing anything for him.
Last month I launched the Call Out Corner. And it's on my business page on Facebook. And it is not.
You opened it to the public, didn't you?
Yes, call them out, everyone. But you know what? I did not design it to call somebody out in a mean way, to create conflict. But I called them out.
Hold them accountable.
I want you to call them out and voice your opinion about your experience, so that not to boycott the business,
right?
But to
help
give them a
get
chance
better.
to get me in there, get them the help that they need, get them in the right direction, so they can give the customers what they're coming for.
Yeah.
So it's called the Call Out Corner. If anybody goes on there, you can't have any profanity. The rules are no cursing, and you cannot call out any employees by name to defame character. So there are rules, but you can definitely share your experience.
Heck yeah,
share your
promoting that on Moxie
So
Food.
yeah,
what a great
y'all
lead
go
funnel.
on there and share it.
I'm gonna promote that on Moxie Food. That's pretty cool.
Because people always tell me in person, they're like, "Oh my God, you need to go to this place." They text me, they call me, and I'm like, I need to start a call out corner.
Yeah,
I get bombarded.
That's a good idea.
And I love it, because I want to help people, and I do go to those places, and I go in, and it might not be that clean, and nobody looks happy to work there. And then I find someone that's in charge, and I let them know what I do, and I want to help, and they're like, "Oh no, we have someone for that." I'm like, "Are they dead?"
Yeah, it's the dishwasher in the back.
Are they dead? Because
no, he called in sick. He doesn't work Sunday brunch.
I will give major props to Collier and the environment that he's created in his restaurant group, Great Southern Restaurant Group. I will go in and I will tell them, hey, you needed seasoning this night, and she's like, "Thank you so much." And she knows
they adapt
what chef, and they can go and and it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Let me tell you, so my last 8 years of the culinary world before I retired was in healthcare. So imagine those complaints, and you're already upset that you're there.
Yeah.
So, but the cool thing was we were changing sort of the whole face of hospital food. So it wasn't as bad as you thought, but there's a reason they're in the hospital for cardiac arrest, and there's a reason you're not eating mashed potatoes, gravy, and fried chicken tonight.
It's a
eat it
Don't be mad at me. Be mad at your doctor.
Eat it once in a while.
Right.
Yeah, not when you're in the hospital for it though.
No, but no, I'm saying as a health, a healthy lifestyle. I mean,
all good things in moderation.
I'm making boudin
Sacred
this
Heart
weekend.
has great food. Whoever's doing their
Sacred Heart?
program. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Their
that's
flavor
who I was working
profile.
for.
Yeah.
Compass Group.
Did you help with that? Their food is amazing.
Touchpoint. Yeah.
Like amazing.
It's because they hired chefs.
That's
like
where I'm
chefs.
going to go on my next date.
Oh my God, we've turned this into a culinary fight club thing. Let's go to the last clip and get back to.
I'm ready.
Poor Kyle. You get 3 foodies together.
Oh, I hate that. I want it to suck longer.
No.
You don't understand, Kyle. The business is falling apart for me. My story is much different than all the stories. Moon Unit Zappa is in the room, everybody.
Hi.
God, what was your childhood like?
That's why I'm here.
All she had to do was love the fear, and it left. Why? Why make yourself first? Because it hasn't been fulfilling to make everyone else first. What I want you to do is pretend that, dude, Kyle, a year ago since I saw you, now I do this thing. Do you know what the first thing you said was? Does anyone remember it?
That I was.
I'm scared to be on stage.
Oh.
I feel like I'm gonna cry that night. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Sure.
You'll be
Some
running
huge
around. I was
breakthrough.
gonna say you'd be on side stage with me, but you're gonna be shooting stuff.
Yeah. So I'll try not to cry in the camera, but so we have guests, but they'll have to wait. So
Yeah, I keep trying to get my husband to come on, but he's too chicken. He doesn't want to be on the radio.
no,
Nope.
that's all right.
That's all right. But he's a good leader, and his guys he'll do anything for him. But he's a teddy bear too, so sometimes they mess with him. But
Are you gonna go to Kyle? Are you gonna go to the show to Kyle Cease? Yeah.
We feed his shift once a month.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure they love it.
Yeah.
Will you let them know we're on the air?
And
Please?
yeah,
You can let
so-
them in. Maybe. They don't have a badge and a gun, do they?
Those are the ones we definitely should let
It's
in.
funny.
Carl, you can let them in. So
That's all right. So yeah, Kyle Cease is Monday, March 25th at the Sanger Theater. Tickets are as little as $29. You can get them at Pensacola Sanger, SAENGER.com, or at Ticketmaster.com. Remember, Ticketmaster is the only authorized ticket venue for the Sanger Theater. If you go anywhere else, you are buying scalp tickets and you will not get in. Well, we'll probably let you in, but for this show. But if we have a sold out show and you've bought scalp tickets, I'm sorry, you're
sold out.
Might be out of luck.
Yeah.
You have to wait until the show started, maybe 10 minutes into it. So.
yeah, it's like flying standby.
Huh? Yeah.
It's like flying standby, standing room only.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we try to accommodate people because it's awful, the people that are out there that take advantage of people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I shouldn't share the story now, but maybe I will later. It's a Beastie Boy story. I'll tell you, it's a great story. It's all about scalp tickets. It's really good. I'll tell you when we get done. And for those of you that are listening and paying attention, email me. I'll tell you the story too. So what is your website?
AvaniJacob.com.
So you're going to have to spell that for...
www.avanigacob.com.
You said G. It's Jacob.
Did I say G?
You did say G.
C?
Jacob,
Oh.
like Jacob in the Bible.
Yes, Jacob. How did I do that?
I don't know.
Because you work in the
Wow.
restaurant industry.
Yeah.
It happens.
Wow.
So-
Avani Jacob.
That's it.
Jacob with a J, everybody.
Not a G.
Not a G, unless you're,
All right. So when's our next one? Next week, right?
Yeah.
So we'll come back. Hopefully we'll have Kyle on by then.
It might be a little too quick.
So
Next week as well.
We'll have it scheduled.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll be back in full force at the
Yeah, I'm
theater,
back
right?
Monday.
Okay.
So
Make sure
I mean,
you're right.
I'm back today, but
Yeah, I
I
know,
just didn't
but-
get the doctor's note. But she'll mark it for today.
Right.
Don't get me started on Sacred Heart.
Oh, no, you can't. You've already.
They have great food.
I
Yeah,
know.
apparently it's where she's coming for her next date. Apparently, so
Cafeteria.
yeah. Why not? You know, if it does stink, you got Subway and Wendy's right around the corner. So,
There you go.
know.
Yeah. They haven't let me down yet, though.
I didn't mention if you're interested, if you got a business to business or some kind of consulting or anything like that. We are still looking for sponsors and vendors. So
Okay.
reach out to me at the Sanger 595-3882. My name's Kathy Summerlin, or just say you want to talk to the lady that was on the radio. If you don't want to
Groups?
remember that. Group tickets, Yep. There's a place on the website where you can go and do group ticket requests. It is general admission seating, so you can sit together within sections, and it's really going to be a great day. I hope I can hang this on my shoulder that we did a good thing in Pensacola.
I think you will. I think you're starting something too that which you already knew before you even called him, but that was going to lead down the road to some more stuff.
Oh yeah, no.
Some Gary V's or Tony Robbins or. I
got Les Brown.
Yeah, that guy
on the line.
Yeah,
he's cool.
And Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
What's his last name?
Bill Engvall.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's spelled weird. I don't know how to pronounce it.
That's so not what we were talking about. Here's your sign. You could say
that's the other guy.
You could say that. Wait. Oh, that's Jeff Foxworthy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's Bill Engvall.
Is it?
Yeah, Jeff Foxworthy.
Well, didn't they all do it when they did the tour?
I think they did.
Because who's the big guy that does the...
That's Ron White.
No, the other guy. Larry
the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
He's bad.
Yeah, I like Ron White.
Bill Engvall's coming in September, but tickets won't be going on sale for a little while. We got too much stuff right now.
Okay, so Saenger.com, they can find it?
PensacolaSanger.com.
And that's
SAENGER.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
So we're out of here. All right, I want to thank everybody for listening today. My name's Keith Hilbert. This has been Pensacola Business Radio. You can find us at Picola Radio X on Twitter, Picola BRX on Facebook. You can find us on LinkedIn at businessradioxstudios.pensacola, or you can find us on Instagram at Pensacola Business Radio, or on our websites at businessradiox.com, or on our live feed at businessradiox.live. If you are interested in being a guest on Business Radio X, please visit either one of our sites or our social media sites to find a link to book your appearance. This has been Pensacola Business Radio, where business is good and your work matters.